Today I'm breaking down everything you need to know about the new DeWalt StealthSonic wet-dry shop vac, but the big claim is that it's quieter, so let's start there. One thing that surprised me during testing is that on a decibel meter, the DeWalt StealthSonic and my Craftsman 8-gallon shop vac actually measure very close to each other. If you've ever heard them side by side, you know that's not how it feels. The Craftsman sounds wildly louder. And the reason for that is simple. A decibel reading only measures sound pressure, not the type of sound. The Craftsman produces a much higher pitched, sharper noise. This was evident when I analyzed both sounds in a music software program. The left is my Craftsman and the right is my DeWalt. When looking at this area in particular here, you can clearly see the frequency differences between them. The Craftsman has a steep incline while the DeWalt drops off. This visually shows how the StealthSonic produces more of a lower frequency hum. The lower pitched noise is perceived as quieter and less annoying, even at the same decibel level. So these two vacuums may register similar readings, but your ears interpret something entirely different. So when DeWalt calls this a quieter vacuum, they're not just chasing a lower decibel number. They're focusing on noise quality, and in real world use, that matters more. I can run the StealthSonic longer, stand closer to it, and even talk over it, something I do not want to do with the Craftsman, even though the decibel meter says they're similar. And now that we know it's truly quieter, let's see what the StealthSonic actually comes with. We have the two extension wands, which extend your reach, utility nozzle, tool adapter, circular brush with bristles, a wet filter, crevice nozzle, floor brush with bristles, mesh bag, 4 dust bags, and of course a 7-foot hose. The outside is made of stainless steel instead of plastic, and I actually do like the mesh bag that it comes with instead of relying on all the pieces and accessories hanging off the vacuum or being propped up on the side like others do. It's one more thing that I need to keep track of, but if you keep your bin clean enough, then you can just store them right inside or hang them up next to it. And the quality of the pieces is noticeable. The hose is much thicker than my Craftsman and much stronger. Now, I also don't intend for this to be a comparison of my Craftsman. I'd like to highlight that it has been a workhorse for me for years with no issues, so I'm not here to trash the Craftsman by any means. I'm just using it as a point of comparison. The wheels are much larger and smoother as well, and since they're actually rubber, they're not only much quieter, but they're also smoother. The Craftsman's look like it's rolling on checker pieces or something. To access the filter, you're going to unclip the sides and pull the housing up. Voila, there's the dry filter. To remove it, you'll simply twist it counterclockwise, and it's easiest to set it down and then pull it up. And it looks like that when you're opening and closing it. But to reinstall it, you would just do the opposite, press it down and then lock it by turning it clockwise. Let's go ahead and swap the dry filter for the wet one. This is to be used when picking up large amounts of liquid. The filters on these are coarse, plastic, sponge-like material that is designed for wetness. If you use this with dry debris, fine particles are just going to pass right through it. So you want the water to pass through while stopping any heavy sludge or thick debris if you're cleaning up a mess or a spill or something. So it's easy to put on. You'll simply slide it over the top, but be gentle. I did tear mine a little bit from being a little bit too rough, so take your time and just slide it over gently, but it will sit right over the casing just like that, and then you'll put it back on and it's ready for use. If you're just planning on using it for a little spill with most of your dry debris, you don't need to change it, and the manual actually recommends leaving the dry filter on. You just want to make sure that if you get your dry filter too wet, you air it out and you make sure it's completely dry before using it again. Now here's an example of it sucking up pure water and how the float switch works. I put my GoPro directly in the bin in the water, so you're going to hear an audible difference when the vacuum continues to run, but the float switch engages, cuts the motor, and it stops picking up water. You'll also see the water stop going into the hose. Pretty cool. So you can see just how quickly it sucks up nothing but water while also auto-stopping successfully, given its aptly named float switch. Now before you put the dry filter back on and start cleaning dry debris, you want everything in this housing to be dry, or else it's just going to get caked on. Your sawdust and your debris is just going to get caked onto the water. Rarely are we actually going from pure water to needing to get sawdust right away, but you don't want to put it up wet and then go get it again and have everything get clumpy if it didn't get completely dry. So dry it out as best as you can. Also empty the water from the hose, as you don't want that getting clogged and messing up the performance as well either. Now when it comes to the DeWalt StealthSonic, the dust bag isn't required for every job, but it really comes in handy for fine, dry debris. Use it with the filter installed for things like drywall dust, sawdust, or fine sanding dust. It keeps the dust from clogging the filter, makes cleanup way easier, and it extends the filter's life. To install the dust bag, you'll simply place the whole of the opening over the plastic intake piece inside of the bin, wrap it around the inside of the bin like so, and you'll also again want to make sure that you're using your dry filter with the dust bag. Place it back inside like this and it's ready to go. But for wet messes, mud, sludge, large debris, skip the bag and use just the filter. Dust bags are for dry use only, and wet or chunky debris will ruin them. But this DeWalt 5-gallon is perfect if you want strong suction without the brutal noise, and it's ideal for homeowners, DIYers, and anyone working in a garage or basement who wants professional performance in a compact size. It's quiet, it's light, and it's easy to pick up and move around, as well as empty and clean it once it gets full. If you need a massive industrial vac for non-stop commercial cleanup, this is not it. It's not going to be the one for you, but for everyday projects, wet messes, and shop uses, it absolutely delivers. It has a 4 peak horsepower motor and about 17 feet of overall cleaning span. That's thanks to a 10-foot power cord, the 7-foot hose, and some extension wands that are included in the kit. But overall, storage is very simple as well. You can simply wrap the cord around the top of the handle like this, and then it clips onto itself. And the manual has the vacuum and the hose stored like this, with the hose actually in the port and coming out of it. You can leave it like that, but I have a tendency to want the hose removed from the port so that it doesn't get twisted or bent or jammed, so I kind of wrap mine up like this. But in any event, if you're in the market for a new shop vac, or if you're considering the DeWalt StealthSonic, this new line is incredible. Very quiet, it is audibly different, makes a very big difference in your everyday use of it. So I hope this was helpful. Reach out anytime with questions or concerns, and have a great day.